The Las Vegas Raiders have earned a few days off after working hard this week. You can already see improvements in the cornerback position. Jay Jones looks even better after a strong half season last year. Joron Bennett seems to have learned from his rocky rookie year, and Dick Amarian Richardson shows promise. We'll know more about the linebackers and defensive line when they put on the pads, same for the running backs and offensive line. Receivers Devonta Adams and Jacoby Myers are performing well, and first-round tight end Brock Bowers looks like an immediate star. The quarterback competition is heating up too. So far, G. O'Connell is ahead of Gardner Minshew, mainly by default. What does that mean? Well, no one has stood out yet, so if Coach Pierce had to choose right now, he'd pick O'Connell. It's an open competition, but O'Connell has the edge because he earned it last year by doing what was asked of him, leading to a 5-4 record in the second half of the season. That's what helped Pierce secure the full-time coaching job. When a quarterback helps an interim head coach become the head coach, that coach tends to be loyal to that quarterback. The only loyalty stronger than that is when a coach wins a Super Bowl with a quarterback. There are a few exceptions, like Trent Dilfer and Doug Williams, who didn't return to their teams after winning Super Bowls. However, most coaches stick with their guy unless they have a chance to get a superstar quarterback. Minshew isn't a superstar, and O'Connell helped Pierce get the job, so Minshew needs to do something extraordinary to take the lead. So far, neither he nor O'Connell has done anything extraordinary. They haven't been bad either. They're practicing against one of the best defenses in the league, but some of the same weaknesses from last year are still showing. O'Connell has a lot of arm talent. He showed it last year and is showing it again in training camp. His accuracy is special. He broke Drew Brees' completion percentage record at Purdue. Last year, he completed over 60% of his passes as a rookie, and he's continuing that in camp. The other day, he threw several perfect passes in the red zone, many of them to first-round pick Bowers. He was careful with the football, looking like the same guy who threw 9 touchdowns and only 1 interception at the end of last season. It was impressive to see him grow last year, especially since he started with no practice reps because he was supposed to redshirt. However, O'Connell still has a problem that followed him into training camp this year. He needs to get better under pressure in the pocket. His passer rating under pressure was 63.8 last year, and he made a bad throw under pressure that was picked off on Friday. If O'Connell can calm down under pressure, he'll win some games for the Raiders this year. Minshew is a fighter on the field. He has all the toughness you want in a quarterback. He's not a great athlete, but he finds ways to run and scramble to avoid the rush. He's pretty accurate and doesn't have the biggest arm, but sometimes he makes impressive throws. Last year, he had to play for injured starter Anthony Richardson for the Indianapolis Colts. In 13 starts, he threw for 3,355 yards, 15 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. You often hear Raiders beat writers talk about how Minshew almost got the Colts into the playoffs last year. But if you really look at it, Minshew should have gotten that stacked team with running back Jonathan Taylor, receiver Michael Pittman, and a great defense to the playoffs. The problem is he's a gunslinger without a gun. Since he's not a great athlete, he tries to do too much and turns the ball over too often. He had 14 turnovers in just 13 starts last year. For example, he threw an interception on 3rd down while trying to improvise and throw on the run. He needs to play within his skill set. Here's what we know. The Raiders have a great defense, and they have a lot of offensive weapons. You've got Zamir White in the running game, and then there's Adams, Myers, Trey Tucker, Bowers, and Michael Mayer at tight end. All they need is a quarterback who can get the ball to these playmakers. It's still early, but O'Connell is ahead of Minshew. Since no one has stood out yet, it goes to O'Connell. Coach Pierce wants to win with defense, so he'll want his quarterback to manage the game. He's seen O'Connell do that, so right now O'Connell is still on track to be the starter. Thank you for watching. See you next time.